Hi everyone, welcome to Sit, Sip, and Knit, otherwise known as SSK. My name is Marie, and I am coming to you from just north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I want to thank anyone that has subscribed to me and welcome you to this channel and welcome you back. Like I said, welcome all those that might be new also, because what a wonderful thing. I went over 500 subscribers to this little nitty podcast of mine, and I am so appreciative to all of you. I really hope that this gives you some inspiration and that you'll continue to watch. And on that note, because I went over 500 subscribers, I want to do a little giveaway. Let me go ahead and talk about that now, because if you're not a subscriber, you might think about subscribing and following me, liking this video, and then I will have you do a comment also below, and that's how you would enter for the giveaway. The giveaway is going to be actually a skein of my hand-dyed Halloween colorway called Witch's Night Out. That is this right here. So if this interests you, it's on a fingering superwash merino nylon stellina blend. So it does have a little bit of sparkle. Like I said, Witch's Night Out. There are purples and greens and blacks and grays in here, a little bit of yellows. So that I think would make wonderful Halloween socks or whatever you like. So this is going to be my giveaway. So if you like, subscribe, and comment below. I will be using a random picker of a comment below. Please only comment one time. And you will be in the drawing to win this skein of yarn. I hope you think it's lovely. But anyway, there it is. And if any comment below, comment what you're thinking of knitting for fall coming, if you're in this hemisphere, or just what you're working on. I'd love to know what everyone's working on. Like I said, this Ranunculus here, I don't think I talked about this. I've had to rewind this video. So let's talk about this. What I'm wearing is the Ranunculus sweater by a cafe, Knit Cafe Midori. Here is a picture of the pattern there. This pattern has been knit thousands of times, and I have knitted in the past twice. So this is my third one. I am going to have a knitting class on this sweater, so I wanted to whip this up as a sample to show my new knitters that want to learn how to make this. And I just think it came out wonderful. It's my fall version of the Ranunculus. It is done in a fingering weight yarn right here. This is Lang yarn, a superwash yarn, fine merino yarn. I will put all the information about this and whatever I talk about in the drop down below. So you just click on the more button and you'll see the information below about everything I talk about. Anyway, so this yarn, this colorway is color 53. It's Lang Mille Colori Baby Luxe. It was in my stash and I had no idea what I was going to do with it. So I had I have 4 balls, but I only used 3 balls for this sweater. This is how much I have left from the 3rd ball. So very economical. It's done on size 10 needle, recommended on size 10 needles, and that's what I use. Like I said, this is a fine weight yarn, but you can use from lace weight to worsted weight, which is why I love this pattern. And I am, like I said, going to teach a class on it because there's so much you can do. And coming up in my WIPs, I'm going to show you another one that I started on a thicker weight yarn. But anyway, so this one, I did do extra long, if you can tell here, and I did the sleeves medium length here, not bracelet length, but longer than the cap sleeve or the long sleeve that is in the pattern. I just went a little bit longer. I think it'll make a great transitional piece, and just wearing a tank underneath, any color. Right now I have a golden color underneath, but you can change it up by putting a pumpkin color underneath, wearing maybe a forest green underneath. How nice would that look? So I just love the Ranunculus. So I hope you might try one of those if you haven't. If you have, that would be a great thing to comment about for the giveaway down below. Please comment about a Ranunculus and what yarn and weight you use to make one. All right, so that's my first finished object. The second finished object is sitting right back here. And if you know me, you know, I think I lost count on how many chickens I made, but I just keep getting people that tell me they would love to have one, so I have to make one. Like I said before, this emotional support chicken by, let me grab that pattern, if I can find it here. Of course I can't find it. But anyway, it's the, oh, I think I have it right here. Yep, the Emotional Support Chicken by the Knitting Tree LA. It is knitted, this one is knitted, but they do have a crocheted version. I don't know, I think this is number 14, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this little guy here was requested in these colors, and I think it came out so cute, so squishable. See, just love it. But anyway, so I can now give this to the recipient. I've been hanging on to it because I wanted to show it on the podcast. But that is the Emotional Support Chicken, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard about or knitted. Another thing you can comment about if you've made one or how many you've made. Anyway, this was made with yarn, just some yarn I had in my stash, and yarn from the big box store, Joanne's box store. I think it's called Big Twist. I use that. It's an acrylic yarn, and it comes out just lovely for these chickens. So anyway, that is my second finished object. All right, I have two more finished objects actually to show you. One I think I was almost done with. That was a sweater for my sister. I had to rip it out twice, I think. Third time's a charm. Just the bottom, the length, because I thought it was long enough. She tried it on, said a little bit longer. So I did that, a little bit longer. So like I said, I hope, she has not tried it on yet, but I did finish the sleeves and I bound off and she's wearing it. Just put it that way. This is the Dorel sweater. Let me show you here a picture of that right there. I've made this a couple of times before, and I just love this pattern. This is by Berroco. It's a Berroco pattern. It's called the Durell, and information will below on it. The yarn I used, first let me show you the yarn I used. I did use a Berroco yarn. Meraki, I think it's called Meraki. It is 71% cotton, 24% hemp, and 5% polyester. I just love this colorway. It is color number 6033. Sorry about my voice there. It is a very nice summer weight yarn. It comes out beautifully after you wash and block it. It is a little bit rough on the hands when you're working with it, but I've used it before and I just love the finished project. So I don't know if you like using cotton yarns, but for summer, it's just perfect. Anyway, so the Durell sweater, let me show you here. Let me find the, yep, this is the right way. If you can see that, I'll stand up here. There you go. Isn't that just beautiful? I think I did cut out maybe a row or so of the lace on the top here, just so that it wouldn't go so low that you couldn't wear it. So you could wear it without maybe something underneath if you wanted to. Being a cotton summer sweater, I didn't think you'd want to maybe wear, you know, something under it. But anyway, that is done. And I think it came out just nice. But we will see. I'll give it to my sister and let you know on the next podcast whether it was long enough. I am not ripping it back out. But anyway, so that is the Durell sweater. And then the fourth thing I finished, just a quick little pair of shorty slipper socks. I was teaching a class on the slipper socks, on sock making, and I actually have a tutorial in my videos. Maybe it's, I don't know how long ago it was, 2 years ago, but those are listed down below also in my videos if you wanted to watch it. But so I did, here I got two of them here, just these gray little slipper socks here with I did the lower cuff just so I had an example for the class, so I wanted to whip them up. The pattern actually calls for, well, you can do as long of a leg as you want, but as you can see, I just did about 2 inches here, just so I can get them finished. Let me take one off here. There you go. It is just a basic sock pattern on size 8 Flexiflip needles. That is what the, and worsted weight yarn. That is what the pattern that I actually wrote up. I have pattern for that. And that is also in the tutorial if you want to go and check that out. I show you how to use the Flexiflips. That's these flexible needles, cross between magic loop and double point. And if you've watched me, you know that I've used these. But anyway, so those are done. And these were done in, you know, I did not have a label on this, but this is so soft. I can feel, I do believe there's there's alpaca in this. So they will be nice and warm, definitely, and so soft to the touch. They are a wonder for the feet. Like I said, they're just maybe, you know, to wear in bed if you have cold feet. But anyway, so that is at least another finished object. So, like I said, and I will, I'll see about linking that pattern. I thought about putting that pattern out on Ravelry, just called Flexiflip Top Down Slipper Socks. So maybe I'll see about that if anybody's interested in having that pattern. All right. So that is finished object number 4. Let's see. So what? Oh, I'm going to take a drink. I didn't show you my cute little mug here. It is Sit, Sip, and Knit, right? So I am sipping some, believe it or not, hot tea. Well, it's warm now, but it is delicious. In this lovely Wacky Woolies mug. I just love this little sheep mug. Isn't that just adorable? And actually the tea I'm drinking is this tea here. I'll put that below too. It's a Christmas tea, black tea. So I don't know, maybe I'm trying to wish the fall holiday season. I don't know. I love the holidays. I love Halloween. I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas, but I hate the cold. So, oh well, that's why we knit, I guess, right? To keep us warm. Anyway, so, but that's what I'm drinking. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is something that I am working on, a works in progress. Let me show you here. Like I said, I think I did mention that I am teaching a class on the Ranunculus sweater. So I did one in this fine weight. And now my intention when I went, and I think I showed the yarn last time, I went on a yarn crawl, Still Valley yarn crawl, and I picked up some yarn from, let's see, Flower Hill Fleeces yarn. It's Egyptian fingering, hand dyed. This is the thing right there. I picked up 2 balls of this, such a beautiful, beautiful yarn. Peony colorway, this beautiful pink here, but it is 50% baby alpaca, 25% silk, and 25% linen. I'm gonna hold it up. This is the second ball. I got 2 balls of it. They are 100 grams in 438 yards. So I have that I'm doing the ranunculus in, and I'm also doing it in Legacy Fiber Arts. I'm holding 2 yarns together for this next ranunculus I'm making. Legacy Fiber Arts yarn in the Slub-a-Dub. It is 90% superwash wool, 10% merino. It is 100 grams at 437 yarns. The colorway I'm using is called Love Boat. Now this, let me show you the full skein. I have it right here. Excuse me. Okay, I have the full skein right here. This, I went out to Legacy Fiber Arts website, and I'll put it below. I am in love with the Slub yarn. I don't know. I just love texture. I love color and I love texture. And if you can see the Slub, if you've never used it, it has the little bumps. It's like a nubby kind of yarn. And this colorway was beautiful, I thought. Here it is wound up here. Can you see those beautiful colors in there? And I thought holding this and that together is just perfect. So that's what I'm doing for this ranunculus. This is listed as a fingering weight. Both are fingering weight yarns with those little nubs in it. And held together, it's like a DK weight then. So that's what I'm doing my next ranunculus that I'm going to show you, the work in progress. If I can hold it up here. Look how amazing this is. I started on this. I was going to do it for the class, right? I have one as a sample, and I was going to start this one in class. But I went ahead and started it, and I thought, I can't stop. I am going to have to do a third one with my class, which I'll show you what I'm going to do with that one in. But anyway, I just can't stop. This is, let me show you here. See how beautiful? Can you see that? It is so soft. It has the texture. It, you know, you mightn't, well, once it's blocked, you'll be able to see the pattern. But it is so nice next to the skin. And I just love the color that it's making with those pops in there. I split for sleeves and am a couple inches along on that. I'm not sure, and let's see, I have 2 skeins of each, 200 grams of each. And this is what I have left of the, I think it's about 50 grams, 49 grams so far. I might have used like 51 grams of each of those. So 2 balls of each is going to make, I mean, if I am going to do it longer, which I love, and I will probably do a little bit longer sleeve because this is a little bit heavier and I think it would just be so cozy. I am doing the size 2 again. I did try it on and it is coming out just perfect. I know the sizing, it's so hard because I don't, they do give you a gauge, I think, but there's so much positive ease in all the sizes that if you want it a little bit closer fitting, not as loose, but this one is drapey because of the size 10 needle. This one is a little bit thicker, of course, because the 2 fingering held together are DK weight. So it's a little bit heavier, but it has a lot of drape. And anyway, it's just knitting up beautifully. So like I was saying, the sizing can be a little interesting, but these are both done, both of these are done on the recommended needle size, size 10, and then, but the different weights of yarn. Same size. I'm doing a size 2 for both of these. If you wanted the more ease, you could do a bigger size. You could go down a needle size if you wanted a little thicker fabric. But anyway, I am just loving working on this. I can't stop. I had to force myself to stop. So I forced myself to stop and finish those little slipper socks just so I have to, you know, something else to work on. So I have that. Anyway, so that is a first work in progress that I am doing. And then let me see, I have been working, and now that it's the end of August, looking forward to the fall coming, I need to work on some blankets. I really need to up my blanket game. And I don't know when it was that I showed this. I know I've showed this before, but I can't put down either. I couldn't put down until the weather got a little bit warmer and I wanted to do summer sweaters. But this blanket, the Jelly Roll blanket by Kay Jones, is one of my most favorite projects to work on. It is using up scrap yarn. Let me show you my bag of scrap yarn. Let me first show you the pattern here. If I have it. Yes, right here. Jelly Roll blanket, like I said, by Kay Jones. There's a picture of it. It uses scrap yarns. The pattern is written for fingering weight and a DK weight. I am doing, well, what I am doing is I have a lot of fingering scraps, which I know a lot of us do, right? Here is a bag of all my scraps, a big bag, but any of my scrap sock weight yarn. I am holding it double with this. This is listed as a DK weight, so it's not fingering, but I'm using all these different colors with this blue, pinks and greens and purples, everything, anything you can imagine with this blue, and it is coming out beautiful. In fact, everyone who sees this is saying, oh, how much they love this blanket. It is easy to work. I'm doing it just on this little double point needle here. You work the strip up this way, change colors whenever you want. I'm not counting rows. I'm just eyeballing it. I am finishing, let me show you, finishing a row like in the middle of the last color I did, and just not planning out the colors, just adding them as I go. And as you can see, I'm on the 4th panel. You do panel at a time, and I just love working on this. So if this is something that you've done, or I hope it gives you some inspiration to use up some of your scraps, because if you're like me, you have a lot of scraps. And there are some in here that have a sparkle in it, some do not. Just anything you have, you can do them separately, each one separately, or do like I'm doing. Like I said, I'm holding it with this blue. I think this blue is Sirdar. That's what this is. Sirdar country style? No. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, that's what I'm holding with every color. You could hold it with a cream color, whatever you want. But that's what I'm doing, and it's making everything come together, no matter what color it is. So that is my Jelly Roll blanket that I'm using in between. I want to finish my ranunculus. And speaking of that, this is all about the ranunculus, I guess. Excuse me. But anyway, my next ranunculus, excuse me, I think I need another drink of tea here. The ranunculus that I'm going to do with the class that I'm teaching, I'm going to do with yarn, fingering weight yarn. This is yarn by 3 by the Sea Designs. If you've never watched their podcast, that's a wonderful podcast. And I think she's coming out with an update on there's a mom and 2 sisters, daughters, that own this shop here, and they do dyeing, and their fall colorway collection is coming out the middle of September, I believe. But I will link that below for you. Anyway, this is their yarn. They are, let's see, this is on the Coquina base. It's a fingering base, 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. So this has 435 yards. It is, the colorway is Nocturne. I'll list it below. But anyway, it's a navy color. So that, I'm going to use that, and I'm going to hold this mohair. It's Rae Silky Kid mohair. I bought this at my local yarn shop, Chicken Knitz, which is in Harmony, Pennsylvania, and I will list her below too. This lovely Silky Kid is a Super Kid mohair and silk yarn. It is 76, I think, yeah, 76% kid silk mohair, and I'm sorry, 76% Super Kid mohair and 24% silk. So I have, this color is Midnight. So I believe I have enough for that. I'm going to, like I said, hold this together and just have a beautiful navy ranunculus. So I'm looking forward to making this. So that'll be the 3rd ranunculus. But anyway, they are very fun to knit. Okay, what else do I have here? I brought out something that is in my stash, and I know I've shown it on the podcast before, but I want to finish it. With winter coming, well, fall, winter, I want to get this done. I think you may have seen it. It is done with loops and threads. It was on clearance at my local Michael's store. This colorway here is called, I don't know if it has a name, Hay Bell. I think, yeah, Hay Bell is what this is called. It's a beautiful golden fall color with little pops of tweed flecks in there, beautiful. And I was making this, it's a heavyweight sweater, cardigan, heavyweight top-down cardigan. Do you remember me showing you this on the podcast before? And I just put it down, of course, because summer was coming, and did not finish it. It is done on these large needles. These are, well, 10.5 needle. This is a it's a bulky weight yarn. So it's bulky weight. So it works up really fast, raglan, top down. But I can't remember the pattern. So I'm going to have to look back on my prior podcasts and hopefully find the pattern, because I just put it in a basket and thought I'll get to it and finish it, but I never did. So do you have projects like that? You let me know. You have something, and who knows where the pattern went. It might be on my phone, but I try to keep things together, but a lot of times it doesn't work. Anyway, I have to get more organized. But I just think this would be a beautiful fall cardigan, like a coat. I mean, it is so thick. So anyway, I'm showing you this because I'm trying to make myself accountable so that I get this done and finished. First, I have to find the pattern, and hopefully I'll be able to show it on the next podcast. All right, so that is that. Okay, that's about all I have, I think. I do have this pattern here of something that I would love to make. I think this just came out, and this is by Boylan Knitworks. It's Stromboli. Have you seen this? I know it's black and white, but it is a beautiful, let's see if I can find a better picture. I can't, but it is, this is on my list of things I want to knit. A lacy, you know me, I love my lacy tops. And this is worked with, let's see, what yarn? This is done with a Baby Yak organic cotton yarn. I believe it is a new pattern, so might be something you want to check out, but I'll list it below so you can take a look at it. Hopefully, I will look through my stash and find some yarn appropriate for this, and hopefully be able to show you a new cast on with the next podcast. So again, I want to thank everyone for those of you that have followed me and those of you that are new and stopped by. Over 500 subscribers. It's unbelievable. But please don't forget that if you like, subscribe, follow me. And I have an email address and also an Instagram account that you can subscribe to. I put a lot of finished objects out on my Instagram before I podcast, so you might want to check that out. But this skein of yarn is for a subscriber, a giveaway that all you have to do is, like I said, like, follow, subscribe, whatever. But you must comment below because that's how I'm going to pick a winner. Please only put one comment below. And then I will announce on the next podcast, I will announce the winner and get this to you so that you can knit up something in Witch's Night Out for the Halloween season. All right. Thank you for stopping by, and happy knitting.